The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Ole Miss offense will go to work first. On the run, it's Lacey. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Makes the catch. It's Bradley. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. So Ohio State's offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability. Catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge chest. This is a...
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
When they try to spin it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to pass. It's Howell. Big fella moving. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Caught close to the marker. It's Cunningham. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Lacy. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep. And that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Looking for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he added the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Stanford. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Hout. Makes the grab. It's Rodgers. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Gives it on the option. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Snagged in the middle, it's Miller. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Third down play from the gun. Time to take a shot. Snags it at the 30 and still running. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Period, first down here. Give to the single back. Picks up the first down. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Spins away from the defense. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You know this defense was practicing and game planning for this guy in particular. They knew with his speed at receiver, not only would he be catching the football, but they were going to get him involved in the run game as well. That defense looked ready for that play.
Looking to throw, it's Hout. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. He'll little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Lacey. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Woodside. He's going to fire deep. Got it inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He's going for the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching him. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 45. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Ohio State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Pittsburgh. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Finds his man. It's Watkins.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. They make the stop, but not before the chains move, and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Makes the grab. It's Cunningham. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Woodside. Plucks it out of the air. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. Well, when he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pulls it in. It's Cunningham. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
To the air, it's Woodside. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second.
And the pass pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Back to pass, it's Hout. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Stumbled to the ground.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to stop the Jets so we can be successful? Get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
Wants to go up top. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Off the play fake on first down. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Finds the tight end. There he goes. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He might want another play. That's caught. It's Watkins. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Woodside. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Rebels are flying down the field. Wants to throw again. They're setting up the screen. Looking for room at the 30. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking for space. It's Lacey. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. It's complete on the right side. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Going to the run, it's Lacey. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here comes the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time. Playing assignment football against the option.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The run from the shotgun. Quick spin on the run. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and
breaks into the open. He's at the 40. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look and create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
There's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Really nice timing on that play. Receiver working against zone coverage on the perimeter. He's able to settle down, fight back to the football, and pick up the first.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to adjust the pattern. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Rides the back on the option, the give. Turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now on second down. Back to pass, it's Hout. Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense...
Turning on the Jets. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And the Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He wants to throw it. Going for 6. Picked off to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Woodside. Unloads it left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got his man on the right. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Right on the money. And he's dragged down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Release to the back. Got a man. It's Rodgers. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to throw again. Throwing right. Complete downfield. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Hout. quickly complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you've got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's screen. Oh, he's got some space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
How about the left side of the line, getting off the ball, creating some holes so that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. He's got it. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's Hout. Pocket breaking down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams. And that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most?